Don't go there. Do not try to justify it. Hold up.
I'm not trying to justify it.
Hold up. Yes, you are. Because you sound like those women who say, well, I didn't know he was married.
No.
Well, I didn't know. When the fact of the matter is, you mentioned it. If you took marriage and a commitment, whether you in the same bed or not, you're supposed to still be faithful. Okay. It's still cheating if you left and cheated and brought somebody else into the marriage.
I agree. Now, can I say something?
Hurry up.
Okay, I'm just saying, and it's not the right way or wrong way. Cheating is cheating, point blank.
Right.
But here's the deal right here. When you play with a person's emotions and feelings, as far as cheating with someone outside of your marriage and then coming home and getting in the bed with that person, telling that person you love them, that can get you killed. Now, hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
But now, if say for me, for my instance, I leave you and say that this doesn't work no more for me, the marriage doesn't work, and I leave the household and go out and do something else, then that's really, it's cheating, but really,
it's
I'm looking, it's wrong. But yet still, I'm saying that my marriage is no longer valuable to me.
So then why didn't you get a divorce? Because here's my take on it. Hold on. Here's my take on it. And you sound like you mad at God, but that's okay. We're going to talk about that later, another time. But here's my take on it. If you got married, and if you, I'm using air quotations, say, well, this is not working for me anymore, then you should follow through with it not working and go ahead and get a divorce. But we both know that didn't happen because, it's 10 years later, and we've gone through some storms. And I always like to say love brought us back, forgiveness brought us back, God brought us back. And that doesn't always happen in every occasion or every marriage.
No, it doesn't.
Sometimes it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Yes.
Over.
Yes.
Over.
But yet and still, there are times like, per se, this marriage right here.
Marriage or our marriage?
Our marriage, this marriage. I'm not going to play words with you. I'm just going to say what it is, man. If I can't put the rubber to the road, then there's no sense in me even commenting. But with our marriage, to be politically correct, God has his stamp on it. He brought us together. I was single for 29 years. And in 4 months?
It was not 4 months. It was 6.
Okay, 6 months we were married.
Well, you the one who asked me to marry you.
Yeah, I know, because God told me you are the one. So okay, so it wasn't easy for me to divorce.
Make that transition.
Well, no, it was easy to make the transition because that's what I wanted. But then when I got to knowing you, and yet and still having the mentality of 29 years of being single. I had that to deal with as well, because the things you've gotten away with, I wouldn't let no other female get away with that with me.
So now women are female?
I wouldn't let no other woman get away with that.
What have I gotten away with?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Nothing, honey.
So now I'm a box of cereal. Nothing, honey.
It's just the bottom line, because in a marriage, you have to be faithful. You have to put your all in it. You have to overlook, even though I may get pissed off for real, but yet and still, I know that it's worth me being able to come home every day to my wife, regardless to whatever the situation is. It's worth me being in a relationship with you. There's more I gain from being in a relationship with you than me being single.
Okay, so I can put that on the list. Value.
Yes.
So in a marriage,
it is value.
There has to be a value.
Yes.
Because here's something else I know. You bring up an interesting point. Is that what we value, we tend to take care of.
Exactly.
For example, Raider Nation. You want to tell them who Raider Nation is?
My Harley. Our Harley, the 3-wheeler.
Right. And you value that, right?
Yes.
You take care of it, right?
Right.
Okay. Black Shadow.
My truck. Our truck.
Okay. My Silverback.
The BMW.
You just call it the BMW.
Your BMW. Our BMW.
So, we talked about the ability to be able to play. And we do play in our marriage, guys. We do play. And sometimes it's not always fair because I got to get in where I can fit in. Oh, yeah. I'm putting it out there. And we talked about ownership, the importance of taking ownership for what you do. Because here's the deal. You can't change anyone else. You can only own up and change who you are.
Exactly.
So in every situation, you have to look at you and not the other individual. Because oftentimes we're always looking at what he or she did when we should be looking at what yourself or I did.
Exactly.
And then the commitment piece. That sometimes love is just that. It's love. Sure, we both believe that love is an action word. But I think before love or after love or during love, there has to be, you said, commitment.
Correct.
And your commitment is what keeps you going back. Because I often think about how sometimes we stay in jobs that are really not going anywhere. But we like we're committed to it, because we're committed to that way of life.
That paycheck.
Exactly. So you want a paycheck. So whether you sit in the car 5 or 10 minutes, be like, man, I don't want to go in this place. You still go in.
Correct.
And then the value, you guys, each other adds value to one another.
You do. And it behooves me, why do men tend to mess with someone less than what he has at home? It doesn't make any sense, and it's basically because when a man cheats, like I said, he will cheat with something less than what he have at home. But when a woman decides to pick a man or decides to step out in her marriage or her relationship, she's going to mess with someone that has more than what she has at home.
That's an interesting point.
So
I had never thought of it that way. So if I heard you right, a man, more times than none, is going to get something less than what he had at home.
Exactly.
But a woman always levels up.
Exactly.
Hey, ladies.
And that's the truth. So that's why when a man sees something that's less at home, she's trying that less is trying to level up to that
what
man,
she already has.
With what she already has.
Okay.
But here's the deal. She's not looking at the big picture because he has someone at home that gave him value. So therefore, what it is that once he falls for her ways,
they're giving you a round of applause. They like what you're saying.
What happens is when she realized that he don't really have all of that because it actually was 2 instead of 1 that made that happen.
I think that might be the lightning striking right there.
I'm just keeping it real, man.
Right, and that was a very, very good point. And I'm trying to bring it all in, and I think I can do it like this. Our 10-year journey has been more than a notion. But we made it.
Of course. And we're going to continuously make it.
So did you have a gift or something for me that's coming up in the next 21 days or something like that?
I got to get you some more crackers.
I'm talking about a 10-year anniversary gift.
That Zoom. It ain't gonna be no. Hey, it ain't gonna be no Christmas presents this year.
No Christmas, no anniversary.
No Christmas anniversary presents. No.
No nothing.
No nothing.
For nobody.
For nobody. Not even for myself. If I don't buy me nothing, how am I gonna buy somebody else something?
But what about the grandkids?
We're gonna find something in the storage that we can give them.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Tate. And here's our word of knowledge for you. I think it was profound when Mr. Tate said that men tend to get less than what they have at home, and women tend to level up. But if you're going to level up, you might as well level up with who you are married to.
Exactly.
Weather the storm, if possible. I understand that sometimes it's not possible. Life happens, divorce happens, people go on, and they still live healthy lives. But we're talking right now to that couple that may still have the grace, the mercy, and the forgiveness, and the love to get through that rough spot.
Well, basically, we're talking about the couples where the man is trying to be a man, go to work every day, is trying to take care of his family the best way he can, and the woman is trying to do the same. Now, that's one thing. I believe that you should stay together. But then a lot of times, like back in the old days, a lot of my partners that was real money men, they had money all the time, what I'm saying, that we used to do what we do. But yet and still...
When you were in the park as a pharmacist?
When I was in the park as a pharmacist. Okay. I was trying to be nice about it. But then, since we want to put that way, when I got locked up, when I got out, the money men, the guys that I know, the ballers, they was crackheads, and they and their wives or their girlfriends that they were with ended up becoming crackheads as well. That's because they brought the crack into the household. You know what I'm saying? The man brought it in, and so therefore, by her seeing him smoking it, he getting her to try it. Here, baby, hit this while they sitting in bed. Taste this. See, and so she get curious. Then she ends up being a bigger crackhead than he was, because she was able to get it more easily because she's a woman. A woman goes out every day. A man will different men will approach her. She will get approached 10, 15 times more than a man will get action from a female. And that's just the bottom line. But the thing of it is that as long as we men hold true to our values, stick with our wives, and not be looking for something else outside, because no female can get next to me because I got a wife at home, someone that I know that I cheated on, and yet and still she still loves me. She's still there for me. So by me knowing that, I know that you really love me. If I pull me something that's less than what I got at home, the time gonna come where she ain't gonna.
She just want that Harley.
Yeah, exactly.
She just want that Harley.
She want what she can get. And if she level up with me, knowing I got somebody at home, chances are when she get what she want from me, she gonna level up to somebody else. My wife gonna stick with me.
Okay.
Because my wife helping me build what I got.
Okay.
She just need to make more money.
Oh, Lordy. The shade. The shade. The shade.
It ain't no shade.
The shade. The shade. The shade. Well, I think we may have one more episode that we're going to go inside of our 10-year journey, and then we're going to move on to a new topic. But just to recap, remember, have fun in your marriage, play, take ownership, commitment, value, and just stay inside of your marriage, because what's on the outside of the marriage is not protected. It's not protected by nature, is not protected by God. But what's on the inside of the marriage, God can protect. He can build. So stay on the inside.
Stay committed.
Stay committed. Stay
true. Stay real.
Stay real.
As they say, keep it